continue to track that dangerous heat across mid-Missouri. We will continue to follow this pattern likely for much of this next week, and you can see those heat alerts have slowly slid off to the east. We're still seeing about half of mid-Missouri covered by that today, and even where you're not under these orange boxes, we're still expecting temperatures into those mid-90s this afternoon, so certainly still want to stay hydrated again. You can even see those purple. That's that excessive heat warning if you're headed to St. Louis. It's even warmer there, if you can believe it. Now, if you're stepping outside, you're probably noticing a bit of some hazy skies as we've seen a bit of some dust getting kicked up. We've had very stubborn high pressure. That's what's been bringing all those warm temperatures. And you can see that dust likely going to stick in the air for these next couple of days. Not affecting air quality, but we will see that likely lead to some of those hazy skies again into this weekend. Even with that dust in the air, that UV index is up to a 10 the next few days. That can burn you in less than half an hour, about 20 minutes or so if you're unprotected. So want to make sure that you're staying protected while you're headed out. Make sure you've got that sunscreen on hand, and also really want to stay hydrated here. If you have to head outdoors, better time for some plans is really this morning while we're cooler. If you have to head out this afternoon, make sure you're staying hydrated and really just try to limit how long that you're headed out here. And we'll also see this evening maybe not the best conditions to get out as we're tracking a round of storms here. That is following a disturbance that slowly going to make its way in. We'll see that continue to push in possibly right after dinner time tonight, and then into tomorrow evening. This same system possibly bringing another round of storms late Thursday as well here. This latest future track early in the afternoon already into those 90s, and we have seen with some newer runs of maybe those more fine-tuned models, it's trying to bring an isolated storm or two already maybe around the noon hour to our northern counties. That will likely not be too strong though, as it's just out ahead of this front. This is later in the afternoon, about 4 p.m. Most of those showers you can see still off to the west, but if this even speeds up by a half hour or an hour or so, we could see an earlier arrival time on those storms, which would even equal a greater chance for some strong to severe potential out of these. We can see this is just after dinner time for many of us, about 7 p.m., where that's more of those storms start to fire off across our northern counties. That's really where that greatest severe risk is going to be as this front initially pushes in here. So really where you're seeing this scattered chance for some storms, that's where we want to really remain weather aware. But we'll continue to follow that potential for some storms up to about the midnight hours here across mid-Missouri. Now that does clear out nicely before the morning commute, and that still does not shake the heat. Even this model trying to bring our temperatures again near those upper 90s will likely after the rain be a little bit cooler as that front is finally pushed through, but it is expected to lift back northward, and that actually could bring us another chance for some storms late Thursday as well. These won't really have the right setup for severe potential, but could still be strong with some of those winds out of those, and you can see that as that front pushes through again, we could see another round of these storms even into Friday as well. So certainly a lot to be aware of the next couple of days on top of the heat, and even with those storms, that heat is going to last into the weekend. We'll see less humidity, likely keeping our heat index in check, but still in those mid-90s, just making for another hot summer weekend. And we're even warmer into next week, likely seeing temperature-wise those highs near those upper 90s, but those heat indexes will likely be well into those triple digits. So summer's definitely got its grip on mid-Missouri. Make sure you're staying hydrated and want to remain aware for that potential for strong storms tonight as well.